you need to start seeing that wherever I go to, I need to say something about it. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. It's not like show off. A lot of you call it show off, but I don't see it as show off. As long as you get a capable hands to pass the right message. Because the truth of it is, majority of our artists are running away from criticism. And that is why they don't like to put some things out. I don't want to be criticized. Even when you put the good thing out, they will still criticize you. I put out good content and see that there is nothing wrong with this content. Yes, when you go through the comment section, you will see a lot of comments that were like, why is this person speaking like this? And you see somebody else attacking. You will see comments on. I always enjoy that because it helps the posts a lot for me. Like, oh, that means this post is making sense. Like, before you know, 2,000 comments. But when all the comments are good, yeah, the comments will be few. But when you just see somebody say, look at the way she dressed, she's now in the world, you will now see somebody come up, why do you think like this? Why do you talk like this? Why do you act like this? You will start seeing, you will see so many comments. I will just sit down and be looking. And it's helping that artist, because immediately you go to the comment section and you see, why do you dress like this? She's dressing worldly. Somebody wants to actually look at that video. Look at that comment. Is it true that this person is dressing worldly? It don't happen to be, you want to go through it very well. This person, it catch the attention of people, but a majority of the gospel artists are running away from that aspect, and there is no way it will not come. But the truth is, when you have a good PR, the person will communicate the right message to your audience. And that's why I said, don't let us wait till new song. Don't let us wait till new release. Don't let us wait till we're saying anticipate doing this. Let us always bring out the message to the people. And another thing I said is, I think is majority of the artists think they can do it on their own. Like, I can undo my PR myself. I can. Is it not to just post on Instagram? Is it not to post on Twitter? Is it not to do this alone? Is it not to write and send it out to blogger? No. When you have a capable hand, a good PR, the person understands. You say, sir, please, can you just take out this line? Can we just use this? Can we just cut this video from so place to so place? For example, I think Easy T is, and there's some of the video he called me sometimes. He goes, okay, I know you do this for us, but we don't always want to project certain things to the world. Please, anything that you find funny, like when you enter the church, when you look at the video and you think the church is looking very funny, please don't use that content. When you listen to the song and you see that the sound is not okay, contact a PR person. I think let's look at this together. What they enjoy is when I post social videos, when I post my live ministration, it gets more views, it gets more interaction, you get this, you get that. So as a PR person, when you contact the PR person, it starts giving your fans that, putting the name out. So when you want to release a new single, you don't need a PR to start running scatter for you again, because the engagement is already there for them. When I say branding is a general definition refers to as recognizable kind, a symbol of identity. When I talk of branding now, your hair can be your brand. For Sauti now, his hair is his brand. Different people have different branding style. So as a gospel minister too, you need to understand your brand. Okay, this is when I'm just like, I should not enter here with Agbada and a lot of people look at me like, what's this guy doing? Or let this my hair be off now. Some people will look at me in another way. That's why I keep this hair. It's part of my brand. For years I've been on this kind of style. If I change it, a lot of people will not recognize me. I think last year I cut my hair off. down, and I saw comment, like I said, different comments again. Like, what happened? So as a gospel minister, you need to understand your brand. That's another aspect. You need to understand, this is what my brand is all about. This is what people, or this is what I want people to see. Even to the last thing, to production. So you can brand your production. You can brand your album art. If you look at some people, if you look at some artists, you see that the album art has continuity. I don't know if you notice. Has a continuity style. If they do this drop, you see that it has this continuity in it for their design. When they now place the design down like this, you notice that this is for Mercy Chinwe again. Our beret is part of our brand. Because I've seen a lot of people complain about that beret so much. And if she change it tomorrow, something else will happen. So our dressing is part of our brand. To even Chioma Jesus, to the dressing. For example, you now see Chioma Jesus on trouser and top, how will you feel? They wear it. Seriously. They wear it, but they cannot put it because they can't put it online. Because that's not what they want. That's not what people want to see about them. Like I said, when Ethiopia went to the experience that she put on this, I know comments because she actually changed to another brand. But now people have accepted a new brand. So branding is in different things. But people like to brand. There is difference between forming and branding. So don't mix it together. Different thing can be your brand. Like some people, their brand is they love so particular cars. They brand it. This is what I want to use. So if you see them on a normal car, what happened to this guy? For the past 10 years, all the cars he uses BMW, so series. People have get to know you. So as a gospel artist, you need to understand your brand. I say an effective PR is a key factor for any successful artist. One more thing is technology advancement and social media is a tool that has taken over other PR measures. We have a lot of places, radio, magazine, but social media has taken over the space totally. Social media from Instagram to it has taken over. So majority of us should please key into that social media. More reason is it is good to know the changes and what is trending, what is in town in your immediate environment. What I mean is, don't just sit down in one place. Like dance. A lot of people now dance this great body, great this. If you don't understand that, you might not be able to communicate to some particular set of people. Do you understand? It's part of, like, you go to a gathering of youth now and you want to minister to them and you just started speaking in tongues, they will accept. But there's something, if you just call just a word, they know the next thing to say. So what I mean there is, for you to understand this, you need to know what is trending. You need to be social. Don't be antisocial. You need to know what is trending. You need to know what is in town. You need to know a lot of things. Like majority of the gospel artists I know, they don't know each other's songs very well. Except the top songs. They don't know there's some movement that is going under. That if it comes up, something else will happen in the industry. It will shake some people. So what I mean is, you need to understand that this is what is trending now. That's why I love Tim Godfrey for something. This Monday live stuff. If you look at everybody, what is trending now is more of the live. So Kirikon in concert, Sinach live in concert, Babatu Miche live in concert, so live in. That is what is trending now. Before it was live recording. You hear so live recording. Well, now they've taken the word recording off it, and it's now live in concert. They're going to be recording, but the word recording, so you don't need to say live in concert and album recording concert or whatever. You know that kind of word. So live in concert. concert. And that's a key of things that are really trending in the gospel music industry. I don't know what else is trending now, but a lot of things are actually trending. Okay, another thing that is trending is this prayer point. When you wake up every day now, this week will be your this Monday is a good Monday. Is engaging a lot of people. Like everybody is now a pastor, including the secular artists. You see them coming on Twitter and praying or preaching to you. So as a gospel minister, you need to understand what is trending, because it's not like you are copying them, but if you don't understand, because of some little thing, you'll be losing your fan base to other people. Like, amen. And one thing I'm always amazed about, if you post that and somebody will come and put testimony on that. I don't know if you noticed that very well. Like you say, this week is your week. God will bless you this week. You see somebody say, immediately I read that your post, something happened. I don't know if you always notice that very well. I don't know if you go to the comment section or we are all antisocial. I can sit down and read comments for 3 hours. I'm not joking. That comment part of the post is always the major posts. So as a gospel music minister, remember that you are passing a message through music to people. That is, no matter what you do, everything involves people or audience. People like to follow trends, and if you notice that you are lacking behind, you are likely to gradually lose your fans. So if you notice you are lacking in this aspect, you are likely to lose your fans. So can I just ask you, how many people have tweeted this morning or used the social media this morning that you've put something? Because this is Monday morning and this is past 11. How many of us have used the social media this morning? Wow, you've not used the social media. You see, I don't want to go into that aspect where the time to post, when to post, how to know that, okay, this post is the right time, because different things work for different people. You might be in Nigeria and majority of fans are in diaspora. So you need to understand the time to post for them to get that message. You can't be posting for them now and still be posting like around let's say 10 o'clock in the morning. You get what I'm saying? So you need to, another aspect, all those things are on your phone. You can see them, engagements, time on Instagram, Facebook, engagements, time, best day of the week to post, best day of the week to do. They are there. If you study it very well, you will understand all these things. Also know that following trend does not mean you should deviate from your brand context. Following trend does not mean you should now follow and deviate. Following trend is just like, this is what is really going on. How can I incorporate this to what I'm doing as my own brand? Do you get what I'm saying? Following trend is, this is what is actually trending. For some people who doesn't, let me just say for this dancing step now, some people are worshipers, full-time worshipers. But there will be maybe a space of few minutes to sing a praise song. You can actually just add key things for people to understand that, okay, I can do this one way. So following trend does not mean now you should now go and leave your own brand and follow somebody else's brand. We can't all be like Messi Chimo. We can't all be like Ellen Paul. So we just need to understand that various social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is one of the fastest constant way at the present time to ensure crucial connection between PR, between gospel minister and their followers or fan. What I mean here is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But let me quickly talk on YouTube. A lot of people are running away from YouTube, Abby. But YouTube is good. Seriously, YouTube is very good. And it always has like a little social media place where you can put what is on your mind on YouTube now, if you're following very well, where you can write something without a video or without a video, you can actually write something on your YouTube page. You can go on YouTube and put something there too. And if you notice something these days now, social media are now going on SEO. If you notice unlike before, if you search for someone content, you might not find the Instagram page, Twitter page on Google. But these days now, if you search them, if the person does not have content at all, but if the person has an Instagram account, Facebook account, YouTube account, you will definitely find something on Google about the artist. Another thing is, YouTube is one of the key things that give artists SEO. There's no how strong a blogger is. If the content is on YouTube and is doing very well, this YouTube will be the #1 search result. They are the owner. So what I mean here is a lot of us are running away from YouTube, but I want us to start doing something on YouTube because it's a new trend that is coming for gospel artists, and we need to key into it in terms of your PR. Reason is because if you look at majority, apart from cashing out on YouTube, you see majority of people look at this particular cycle of artists they call these days regularly. Go and check them out on YouTube. If you don't know how some churches want to know how powerful you are or how they can contact you is via your live performances. They go there, they look at it, and like, wow. And sometimes you just see a video. You can put a very funny video online, and in the next 3 hours you have 100,000 views. So it doesn't matter if you have the content or not, but start growing your YouTube page. It's a new trend. If you have a PR, tell them, how can I grow my YouTube page? It might be a long process. And one thing again is, when you post constantly on social media, there will be engagements. Really, I don't want to go into that social media part. I just want to stick to So, a good branding drives permits artists to be notable. What I mean is, a good branding drives permits the artist to be notable. This is possible when gospel music minister is able to create a well-built brand of the music career they have vision for. If you are able to divine your target, it will help your audience to understand who you are and what you expect from. Let me just take this. In conclusion, before I take this, the mistake most gospel ministers try to do, especially the upcoming ones, are going into competition with one another. Being into competition in music generally can make you lose your value. This is the reason branding is very crucial and important. See, a lot of people are going into competition, they don't know they are going into competition. They don't know they are going into competition, seriously. But because they are actually following some people and they say, this person is doing this person is doing that, I think what is trending now as a praise and worship leader, what is trending now, I think, is rock worship, Abi. Modern hair, this kind of, you see that, okay, this is what people are listening to now. Let me go into that. Let me go to the studio, release a song of this. And indirectly they are going into competition because they are losing what people love them for. It's not that. To be sincere with you, Tope Alabi released Yes and Amen, right? One of the most streamed album. If that same album comes with full English package, with rap inside of it, people will not like it. You get what I'm saying? They will not. I am opportune to see dashboard, to read comments. So I know, okay, this is what people actually want about this artist. So please, when we talk about branding, it's not going into competition with anybody. If your style is not a beret style, if your style, we have artists that wear trousers very well, and yet it doesn't lose the value of God in their life. If they decide tomorrow, because somebody is wearing beret and she's getting shows or whatever, and they want to go into that same thing, they will miss it. And Nigerians now, you don't know how very strong we are in this country. We notice to the slightest thing. To the slightest thing, we notice. You start seeing, they started. I don't want to start going into that part. For instance, if you are known to be a Fuji singer, and because your colleague who is a worship minister is doing better, you decided to copy, and eventually it devalues you and your audience begin to lose interest in you. Let's take it. This is where I come to say, don't just discover or create your brand, develop it well too. A lot of us have discovered it. We've created it. We already have the platform. But the next thing is to develop it. And how do we develop it? Is to give out content, to do PR. I'm not marketing anything. You can be a PR, you can be your own PR yourself. If you have the time, if you have the gift on how to do this thing, look at, okay, this is Monday morning. By Sunday, okay, what am I posting online today, tomorrow? Okay, what did I want to give people? Don't care if you have comments or not. Don't care if they like it or not. But when you keep doing it and you know you are on the right path, so you start getting your fans. If you look at all these artists with 7 million followers and everything, they don't just post once a day. They don't post once a day. Looking at them, if they now start posting once a day, when they were looking for followers, they don't post once a day. They engage people. Looking at for some people, you look at some posts, you're like, is this post really relevant? When some people come here, look at what this guy posted. Is it relevant? Like, that is what is working for him. Let him stick to that. Do you understand me? Like some people, when they want to send press release out, they will write the whole story of their life. Secondary school, primary school, serve in so church, move to so church. I'm like, hello man, you don't need all these things. Please, you don't need people don't want to. They don't have that strength to be reading all those things. Just give them key things. But some, they don't understand. If you just give your content, if you send your content to me now, I'll read through. I might take what you think to be the best word out of it. Like, they don't need this thing. Some people say, it's more of the ministry. I don't care about the money. They will put it in their press release. It's more of the God has called me since 9 years old. In a press release. People don't need that. So when you are going into PR, when you are sending your content, understand what people want. Like what I said now, if it's what people want about you, you will know through your engagement. They might be asking a few questions. Have you been to so school? Have you seen so? Okay, you can now add it to whatever you want to say out. And it's not only everything about music. I know some of us now, is when we want to release music that we'll be looking for a newspaper to carry our news. It doesn't matter. You might look at what is trending in the world and you have a say. Okada ban, it affects everybody. But when they will finish the thing, they will write gospel music minister, so, said, so. But people don't want to talk about that. They only want to talk as a gospel minister. You can say it. You want to know the power of social media? That lady with Gokada, they gave her a new car. But if she has run away from the camera that day now, that car will not be there. So let us start. It's not like prognosing to things, but there are some things that affect the general public. You can just call on the newspaper. Okay, they might not want to. Okay, I have something to say. It's not about song. I have something to say. I have this to say. TV, you go there. You know what you are saying because people, all these media people, they know how to twist brains very well. But it's helping you. Before you know it, if I start calling our names now and start just doing a few research about us, you know, some of us does not have anything online. Nothing. And those are the things, this PR, branding, are the things that will help us. Because immediately it's going on the World Wide Web. It's giving you something on the search engine. Do you get what I'm saying? So don't let us my point is, don't let us limit PR to when we want to drop music or videos. Because it's not possible for you to drop like 12 songs in a year. Is it possible? That means you have to wait. If you drop one, some is just once a year, some is twice a year. That means you have to wait for another 6 months or for you to have something online for people to read about. So try to call on PR, create content. Some people, they can sing very well. It's not until you get to your studio. In your church, you can just do a short clip, put it online. Help me caption it. So you can see comment like, in the church and you are using a phone. Who are you showing off to? You don't need that. So what I mean is, gospel artists should get a good PR. And if you are good on your own, try and let the Holy Spirit to minister to you and see beyond music and videos for PRs. See other things that you can do that will have a tag on your name. The PR aspect is what Frank Edward posted. Frank Edward granted a interview with Punch, right? If you follow that, he granted an interview with Punch. And when Punch would bring out the caption was something. The caption was, if you want to be rich, don't do gospel. The writer, they want to sell that. And if I tell you that if you go online and Google Frank Edward, that thing will come up. It will come up. And immediately you see it yourself. Though it's not good for someone like Frank. But immediately on the comment section, he said it, that please read the message. It's not good like for someone like, but the newspaper knows what they want. So for us to, that's why I say you need a good PR. If it's a good PR now, you will have collected that thing before they print it out and tell, okay, I'm working on behalf of Frank. Can I just see the copy of this before you go out? Please, I don't like this caption. Can you just change this caption? Or instantly you send them, this is what we want you to use for the caption. Exactly. Don't change it. But because I am 100% sure there is no PR in that line, that's why they came out with that thing. Another thing again is, may I have seen, as a blogger, I've just seen artists, they will just send songs to us or just contact anybody because they have our emails and send something like that. See, somebody representing you must be able to stand for you, representing you very well. It's just like a PA to the president. He must speak like the president. So a lot of us, you just say, oh, I want to drop a song. Send the thing to bloggers. And when different bloggers, you know, we have different bloggers these days. Some of you will now start seeing this, you will not be happy. Like, what did they wrote about me? But immediately you have someone standard, this is what we want outside, and they will send it out. So my point this morning, do I still have time? Okay. My point this morning is for us to understand. I know we've learned one or two things to understand the power of PR, to use it on our social media, to use it every way. Please, gospel aspects should stop hiding. We are hiding too much. Please stop running away from some things. It will not kill you. I'm not joking. I can decide tomorrow and speak about anything. You will face criticism. But one thing is, if it's a good cause, it will help your career. So you need to balance, understand what your people, the point is, in conclusion, understand yourself, your brand, what your fans want. Develop it and give it to them in full package. You understand me? Analyze yourself, understand it. This is what they want. Develop that thing and give it to them. And create content for good PR. Create content, put out content every time. Either once in a month, once in a year, once in a month, twice in a month. Just create content for people. And you might not be the one to create that. We have capable PRs that can do that for you. But branding is important and PR is important for gospel music minister. Thank you very much.